Welcome to Cần Thơ, the ever-growing city that never rests. Surrounding us, we find tall buildings, concrete walls, vehicles pumping their honks, and people hurrying to their work. But there's so much more to Cần Thơ than just that. On our first episode, Cần Thơ Rise wants to introduce you to the peaceful side of the city, where the culture and the traditional values are well kept. So we present you the Bình Thủy Temple. The temple is about 5 kilometers away in the center of the city, so the best way to get there is to take the Cách Mạng Tháng 8 Street and keep going northwest until you pass the Bình Thủy Bridge. The moment you pass the bridge, you see the temple.
Bình Thủy Communal Temple House was erected in the year of Zapten, 1844. Originally worshipped the gods of some southern Vietnamese provinces. Initially, the village people set up a small shrine to bless the god for moderate weather and people's peaceful lives. At that time, there was a man called Huỳnh Mẫn Đạt. He was known as the person who had a high social position and helped the king to manage the people's lives. In 1852, he sailed along the Mekong Delta for observing people, then underwent a fierce storm. Luckily, he passed by this area and could be safe after all. He named this lane Bình Thủy, which means peaceful river. A year later, the local people together rebuilt the temple. In the beginning of the 20th century, the village was renamed Long Tuyền because Bình Thủy Canal looks like the shape of a sitting dragon. In 1979, Long Tuyền Canal was divided into 3 administrative divisions, and this temple located on Bình Thủy district, that's the reason why the name of it returned to its original name, which is Bình Thủy Temple, and it remains until today.
Now I want to talk about the outer structure of the temple and how it corresponds to the culture of the locals.
Here we are standing on the exterior of the temple. Bình Thủy Temple is situated on a high and spacious ground with a land area of about 4 square kilometers. Look around and you'll find how the structure reflecting the culture.
To my right and my left are the 2 shrines dedicated for the god of the jungle and the god of the water. On the far side, right in front of us, you can see the shrine meant for the god of agriculture. Now, what do we know? All these shrines show the diligence of the Vietnamese. They don't wish for fortune or wealth. Instead, they wish for good climate and better crops. Now let's go inside the main temple.
Stepping inside the temple, you can see many altars placed around the rooms. The local people here worships not only the gods but also the war heroes and the ones make great contribution for the community. The people are grateful for the peaceful life they're having, the life which they believe was made possible by those elders. After all, putting on shrines was another Vietnamese tradition, the ones that remind themselves of their roots, where they came from.
Vietnamese people hold a strong belief that humans are the bridge of the universe and the earth. When 3 factors are perfectly connected with each other, humans can lead a peaceful life. First, let's have a look at the central altar to prove that belief. Thanh Hoàng Bổn Cảnh. This is such a title which states that all the things or bodies existing in this area are considered the gods of protection. This also means, before wishing for any goodness, Vietnamese people always show the great modesty towards all existing things, including honorary ones.
Also, you may find
altars for other gods around here. The reason for setting up these altars is that people wanted to show their respect to supernatural power for the sake of peace and protection. By the way, a temple is to keep traditional values. Therefore, just tens of years ago, in order to commemorate the great contribution of national heroes, the residents around this area built up sites for worshipping them.
Now, we are back at the front yard of the temple. People come here and they pray. Their children would have lots of fun running around and laughing. Annually, there are two main festivals at this temple, Thượng Điện and Hạ Điện. Thượng Điện is held in the fourth month of the lunar year in order to pay homage to the gods of the land for such successful crops, while Hạ Điện is celebrated in the 12th month of the lunar year so that people will have more fruitful crops in the upcoming months. Within those festivals, there are many interesting and traditional activities, and the tradition still remains until now. Thanks to the local authorities, people have much bigger place to hold this event right over there. And that is a wrap for our friendly tour today. Let's take out your notebook and learn some new Vietnamese word. See you!
You just had a fascinating experience with our cute tour guides around Bình Thủy Temple. I bet your trip will be more complete if you understand some key Vietnamese vocabularies related to this temple. Don't let you wait anymore. Let's get started. Look at this word. Đình means temple in English. If you want to pronounce the word Đình, pay attention to this one. You can make this sound by lowering your voice a little bit. Listen and repeat after me. Đình, Đình, Đình. Okay, very good.
Very good.
Now we move to the next word, Bình Thủy. Bình means peaceful. Thủy means river. Bình Thủy is a peaceful river. Now listen and repeat after me. Bình Thủy, Bình Thủy, Bình Thủy. Okay, very good. Now we move to the last word, thờ cúng. Thờ cúng is an action of worshipping. Now listen. Thờ cúng, thờ cúng, thờ cúng. Okay, you can make this sound by lower your voice. However, you have to raise your voice a little bit to pronounce the word cúng. Listen and repeat after me. Thờ cúng, thờ cúng, thờ cúng. Okay, excellent. Okay, that's all about our lesson today. If you think our video is helpful, don't hesitate to hit the like button. Thank you.